And it's all about the money. It is all about the cash. Because I am the golden one, Ricky Goldman, and this is a channel that comes to you even in the mornings. It is the People's Wrestling Channel. Before I go any further, it is shout out time and almost the last one for this person, and it is Andy Armstrong 88. So this will be another review. Couldn't really sleep, just thought we'd get this done. Last review of May, and it's going to be the AW Double or Nothing 2022 review. So let's just get right on with this. I thought it was a good pay-per-view, quite lengthy, but believe me, I'll get into that. So, there was a match on the buy-in, and it was Hook and Danhausen taking on Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling. My first look at Mark Sterling here, I actually didn't think he was going to wrestle. I thought he was going to be there just to get beaten up, and Tony Nese was going to do most of the work. So that was a little bit of a surprise there. Tony Nese kind of in the same spot as he was in WWE, just stuck on the kickoff show, pre-show, buy-in, whatever you want to call it. This was an okay match. Didn't really go very long. Mainly a comedy match, and really mainly just a quick win for the people that won, and they were Hook and Danhausen. So Hookhausen. We then went right into the main show, the main card, and we started off with MJF toe-to-toe with, one-on-one with, used to be good friends, now bitter enemies, Wardlow. Now, there were rumours that MJF, going back to the buy-in, the Acclaimed and the ASPW came out. That just felt to me a bit of a waste of time. But to this match, there were rumours that MJF wasn't going to be there. He flew out of Las Vegas. They were also just rumours. They would still work to get him heat, or maybe really actually annoying and pissed off with AEW and just can't wait to leave, and he's going to go to WWE in 2024, or just playing the heel character. MJF didn't really do much in this match. Tries to escape from Wardlow. Got the golden ring, his diamond ring onto his tights. Referee saw this, took it off him, and then Wardlow just took over. Not one, not two, not three, not four, not even five, but 6 power bombs. Puts his foot onto Wardlow, onto MJF. But no, Wardlow's having fun. He doesn't want to stop right there. He's hit another 4 power bombs. Finally puts his foot onto MJF, scoring the 1, 2, 3. Therefore, you already know it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Your winner here was indeed Wardlow. This puts Wardlow over, and the loss doesn't really affect MJF. Moving straight along on to the next one, which was Dream Match Time. And it was the Hardy Boys, or the Hardys, in tag team action against their opponents, the Young Bucks. Now, I'm going to be honest here, the link that I was watching didn't really work in this match, kept going off, so I didn't really see much of this match, played just a couple of minutes really. What I saw of it was good. Saw the super kicks from the Young Bucks. I saw when the Young Bucks did the Twist of Fate and Swanton Bomb. Action going outside the ring. And then really just saw the finish of a Twist of Fate by Matt, Swanton Bomb by Jeff, and your victors in this one were the Hardys. I probably would have had the Young Bucks winning, but I also understand why the Hardys won. They're playing on the tail end of their career. Going right into the next one, and then we'll take a little break here, which was the first title match of the night for the TBS Women's Championship. It was the challenger, Anna Jay, taking on the undefeated, reigning defending champion, Jade Cargill. This was an all right match, decent match. Jade has got better, but still quite green. This felt rushed. Anna seemed to control most of the match. Jade did little bits, but Jade seemed to kind of be running away from Anna. You say Anna wasn't on her league, but also seemed to be stood out in the buy-in, but also kind of seemed worried about Anna here. I suppose the typical heel. This was all right, and then we had two former WWE debuts in this match. The first one being the former Malcolm Bivens, who now looks to be managing Jay Cargill. He distracted Anna Jay, caused a distraction. Jay does her finisher, and 1, 2, 3. Now 32-0, and still the TBS Women's Champion, Jade Cargill. No shocker there. We already get another debut, and it was Anthena, formerly known as Ember Moon. Okay, the fans pop like it's The Rock. She's going to get better treatment, I think, in AEW, but not a better push. Obviously, they wanted in WWE wanted to dress sexy and dress like kind of like Mandy Rose dresses, kind of thing. So let's take a quick break now, because you need to know where to look as smart and as dapper and as great and as cool as me. And this is simply how you achieve it. That is right. Percentage Goldman's all 5 designs. Get them. So let's get into the next one, which was a trios match. So the House of Black saw Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews, and Brody King looking across the ring against the Death Triangles of Pac, Rey Fenix, and Penta Escuro, or I'm going to call him Penta El Zero Mido. This was a good trios match. All 6 men getting their spot. We've got 2 good tag teams, or 2 good teams here. Really cohesive tag team offense. No one looked out of place. No one looked out of spots. All 6 men getting their spots. All 6 men looking good. The House of Black, are they a rip-off of Judgment Day, or Judgment Day ripped off for House of Black? I don't know here. I don't watch Dynamite weekly to know. I only do watch the pay-per-views. I enjoyed this one. This certainly went the distance. So many pinfall attempts, so many times it could have been over. everybody hitting their finisher. Alistair Black hitting their finisher. Buddy Murphy getting his spots in. Lots of high flying action as you would expect from a match like this with who was in it. There are, I think, there's talks that AEW going to bring in the trios title. Maybe this is how they do it. This is our door open to how they're doing it. Yeah, a good match here. You have Pat going up to the top rope. The lights go out. They come back on. It's Julia Hart. It looks like now she's now joined House of Black. Spits water or something into Pac's face. He drops, falls off. Kick and Black Mass or whatever. Like he's calling it now. 1, 2, 3, and going on as the winners with the winner's purse tonight on this night will, or the House of Black. Okay, no real problem with that. I get it. Julia Hart's joined, so I get it. Then I think we had a promo from about Forbidden Door. I won't be watching it, but Adam Cole saying that AEW and New Japan are kind of the two biggest powerhouses in the world of wrestling. AEW certainly not. They're good, but certainly not. And New Japan, yes, to your hardcore wrestling fans, but in the general population or general public, whatever, not really. Anyway, moving on, which we bring me to the next one, which was, so this is why I mentioned Adam Cole, because it was in the men's finals, the Owen Hart Foundation Cup or Owen Hart Tournament Cup. It was baby Adam Cole taking on the Ring of Honor TV champion Samoa Joe. This was a good match. Adam Cole going after Samoa Joe's injured shoulder, injured arm. Adam Cole kind of really controlled most of this. Samoa Joe did get into it, did little bits, but Adam Cole really controlling it. Controlling the offense, controlling the action, controlling the match. Yeah, this was a good one. Yeah, you know, the right choice to have these two in the finals. Out comes Bobby Fish, causes a distraction. The boom, as Adam Cole likes to call it, to the back of it, Samoa Joe's head, pins him. 1, 2, 3, and the man leaving with the cup is Adam Cole, baby. Yes, the right choice there. I think they're actually finally doing something with Adam Cole. And Samoa Joe, the champion, so probably didn't really need this win. Next one. I hear you say. So it was. Oh, the wrong graphic there. Give me a second here, guys. One small Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do this. I was going to try to upload it as we speak, but you kind of get the gist here. But it was in the women's Owen Hart Cup tournament finals. Herself, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, taking on. We knew that the finals. It was Ruby Soho. Both of these women getting their music played, going to the going to the ring. This hyped up the crowd. This popped the crowd. This was a good match. Ruby Soho looked good. Probably the best I've ever seen her. She actually got to wrestle. I suppose in WWE they're not allowed to wrestle and not allowed to show. They're not allowed to wrestle. Certainly went back and forth. Ruby Soho kept up with Britt Baker all the way. Britt Baker, a former women's champion. She really kept in it. Got her spots in. Came close to winning. Kicking out the we would have comment here. Long live DM Dunk. Not sure who that is. Oh, CM Punk. I'm guessing you mean. Thank you for the comment. But Ruby Soho kicking out of the curb stomp. Ruby got back into it. Then Britt Baker hooks on the lockjaw. Ruby fights out of that. Hooks on the sharpshooter. Obviously, Owen Hart on Britt. Looks like Britt's going to almost tap out. They kind of trade roll-ups. Britt reverses and gets the victory here. So, just to clarify that, 1 little second. The wrong graphic. That one. Your winner, obviously, Britt Baker. Again, this makes sense. Both Adam and Britt now have a cup. And Britt's had that nice, consistent push after losing the title. So, again, that makes sense. We now get to one of the fun matches I enjoyed. So it was, and hopefully I've got a graphic for this one. So, Anarchy in the Arena match. So, the Jericho Appreciation Society. So, Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Daniel Garcia, and Team 2.0 taking on the Blackpool Combat Club Zone, whatever you want to call them. So, Bryan Danielson, John Moxley, Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz. This went a little bit too long for me, I thought. This was basically Stadium Stampede just in the arena. We get more spots in, bits happening here, there, and everywhere. And the music playing, that was something different. I didn't really understand why it was playing, so yeah. This was brutal and something you'll never get in WWE, but you wouldn't expect that in WWE. It's publicly traded, PG, all of that. Super brutal, super storytelling, certainly with Jericho and Eddie. I said, only getting their spots in. You saw brutal Daniel Bryan swearing and just hard-hitting spots. Jake Hager looked good in this one. You had Santana Ortiz both going through. Jake Hager going through a table. You had Santana Ortiz leaping off a ladder through tables. You had Jericho and Eddie going fighting up in the stands. They were just brutalizing each other. covered in ketchup and mustard, and then you had next minute you saw Jericho trying to bury Eddie in a load of metal and steel, and then Daniel Garcia comes in and takes over. Back in the ring, you've got more mental, more crazy action. Moxley throwing a toolbox around. And again, all these men looked good. Team 2.0 looked good. They're certainly getting better treatment in WWE. They were just jobbers in WWE, and I really would have never picked them up if I was Tony Khan. But there you go. Like I'm saying, it very much felt like Stadium Stampede, but just in the arena. So really no different. Obviously, kind of the Stadium Stampedes for the last 2 years have been, well, pre-taped. All the bits have been pre-taped except for when they got in the ring. Which you don't really want a pre-tape match, but I guess that were the times last year and 2 years ago. You had John Moxley using a fire extinguisher, and then let's kind of jump towards the end of the match here. Eddie Kingston comes out with gasoline or petrol if you're from the UK, pours it all over Jericho, wants to set Jericho on fire. Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson says no, so they're fighting, they're brawling. Then you see a running knee from Jericho on Jake Hager, from Bryan onto Jake Hager. Jericho's then got a steel chair. You see the running knee on him. Jericho kicks out. Bryan's going to do the stomping Jericho's head into the ground. I've got another comment. Thank you for this. At the time when Punk got slapped by Cena, the time he threatened to walk out as champion, the time Hangman slapped Punk was kind of deja vu. Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I will get into it, but that's kind of the reason why Hangman Page didn't want Punk to be champion. That was mentioned on Twitter. I don't know if you're on Twitter, don't know if you follow anybody on Twitter, but it did. Don't know if we kind of spoil what I'm going to say, but he kind of did the same thing in Ring of Honor and then WWE. But I'll get into that. So yeah, Bryan going to go for the stomps into stomp Jericho's head into the ground. Jake Hager stops this. Walls of Jericho on Bryan whilst Hager's trying to choke him out. Bryan Danielson passes out, and after a crazy match that went a little bit too long, I've got to say, and just mayhem, and I didn't really know what was going on, but still good and still much better than you're going to probably see in WWE. You're going to see this type of match in WWE. So the winning team was the Jericho Appreciation Society. Out of our Blackpool team winning, I think. But okay. The next one I've actually not got. Or do I? No, okay, no, the next one was this one, a little bit thrown together, the next one, and was decent, I guess. So it was, let's hope I've got the graphic for this one. I may not have. I'm looking here. So unfortunately, I've not got the graphic for this. Yes, I have, and I've just not uploaded it. But it was. Let me just check one last time. So I've not uploaded it. Should have done. The match got made kind of after I did my predictions. So it was Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page, and Pete Van Zandt taking on the team of Sammy Guevara, Frankie Kazarian, Tay Conti. This was all right. Very much just thrown together last minute, I think. Now, Sammy and Tay aren't heel, but they were healing it up. Frankie's meant to be face, so I don't really know what was going on. This was just confusing to me. All six men looked good. Now, Men of the Year and Paige Van Zandt heel, but again, Sammy and Tay healing it up. Paige Van Zandt looked good, quite green, but still, I thought she looked decent in this one. This was an all right match. The one I'm not going to really remember. Also, the biggest story of this match was Sammy Guevara accidentally hitting Tay. This distracted him, allowing Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page, and Paige Van Zandt, Page on the winning team, to gain the. And again, hang on. That isn't the right one. To gain the victory here. Again, I've not got that graphic. I thought I uploaded them all. But yeah, your winners, Paige Van Zandt, Eden Page, and Scorpio Sky. Okay. The next match, I don't have a graphic for. I think this was very much thrown together, but apparently it was personal. Darby Allin, toe-to-toe, one-on-one, going at it with Darby Allin. This was a very physical match, very hard-hitting action. I enjoyed this one. This was good. I think, this is a Kyle O'Reilly you should see, and don't. You saw a bit of this Kyle O'Reilly in NXT, but kind of the tail end to when he was leaving. Darby Allin getting busted open straight away, knee to the mouth. Darby Allin going for a suicide dive, he's getting his feet caught on the ropes. Then did it on the other side. Finally hit it. Darby going for the coffin drop onto Kyle, who was on the ring apron. Yeah, good match. Darby stayed in it throughout. Kyle O'Reilly welts on his back. Just how he was in this match, I don't know. Obviously, Sting, apparently Undisputed Elite took out Sting, and that's what was personal about this here. And yeah, a nice, enjoyable match, which led to Kyle O'Reilly being the winner of it. I'm going to take a quick break here. I think I've forgot the order of the matches. You get what I mean here, though. It's a small little break, and then we'll get back to it. do all of that. And also do add me, follow me, do all of that with my socials. So the match before the Anarchy Arena Anarchy match was the AEW Women's World Title. These women know each other, but this time Thunder Rosa is champion. Serena Deeb is the challenger. This was a good match. Obviously, like I said, this was a rematch. Last time Serena Deeb was champion. Thunder Rosa was going for that title. This time, Thunder Rosa is champion. Both of them seem to have their number, really back and forth action every step of the way. Each woman had each other, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I enjoyed this one. Good match. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I didn't think Thunder was going to lose, and she didn't. So, still the women's champion, Thunder Rosa. So only 2 more matches left, and the next one was the AEW Tag Team titles in a 3-way dance. Your teams are Jurassic Express, Keith Lee and Swerve Scott, and Team Taz. This was a good match. Keith Lee, Swerve Strickland looked good in this one. Team Taz certainly looked good, and so did Jurassic Express. No heel turn from Christian as people were expecting. No heel turn from Christian as people were expecting. All 6 men looked good. All 6 men getting their spots in. Powerhouse Protocols breaking up the count was good. Unminded Powerhouse helps them. Ricky Starks winning the title. The title Ricky's got isn't really an actual legit title or anything. Made sense for him not to put the titles on Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. You want to put titles on from the WB guy straight away. Yeah, good match. Ricky Starks is certainly the future. Ricky Starks just gets better and better and better. You had some high spots, you had some good spots in this one. I actually felt a little tired in this match. I didn't really pay attention too much. But kind of power bomb, pinning move, and the title's going nowhere because still your AEW Tag Team Champions, Jurassic Express. So now we come to the main event and the one that everybody wants to talk about, the one that everybody is talking about. The AEW World Title, Hangman Adam Page putting his gold on the line against the best in the world challenger, CM Punk. This was a good match. Certainly went the distance. What a main event. I thought this was a good main event. 3-year anniversary for AEW. 3-year anniversary for Double or Nothing. Well, for AEW, really. Crowd still load of energy. Crowd's still hot for this one after a nearly 6-hour pay-per-view, a 6-hour show. Give me 1 second, I need to take a drink. So they still had their energy. They still were hot for this one. I don't know how, but they were. Punk and Page kind of starting off a lot of mat-based wrestling, headlocks, working the crowd. Actually did spill out the ring where Page took over. Goes for a buckshot lariat, misses, didn't hit it. Punk goes for the go to sleep. Page fights out. Page tries to hit a go to sleep. Punk fights out. More battling. Then Punk takes over with a superplex from the top rope. Punk's back into it. We even see a Punk, a buckshot from Punk, and he's just like, he's just hit him like that, very just there. Didn't really do anything. Back out. Page throws Punk into a table. Back in. Action continues. A lot of jockeying for position, a lot of pinfalls, a lot of kicking out, of course. Page then goes for another go to sleep. Punk gets the ropes. Punk then finally does hit a go to sleep. 1, 2, and a kick out. Page then goes for another buckshot lariat. Punk picks him up, goes for the go to sleep, but hits the referee. The referee's down. Page wants to hit Punk with the title. Kind of says no, he doesn't want to be a champion like that. Goes for another buckshot lariat. Doesn't hit it. Bit of jockeying for position. Bit of like seeing who the better man is. 1 go to sleep and 1 new champion after the 3 count, and that man is your new AEW World Champion, CM Punk. I get it. CM Punk's a big name and big for AEW. Now, what the person who made a comment, and thank you for that, mentioned that Punk slapping Cena slapping Punk, and then Hangman Page slapping Punk. What Hangman Page didn't want, or what was mentioned on Twitter, in Ring of Honor, Punk kind of turned against Ring of Honor, also storyline wise, turned against them, and so he did it well. It was well in WWE, walking out with the title. This was a good pay-per-view. I'm going to give it 8 stars out of 10, but a very lengthy and very long pay-per-view, almost 6 hours. I was probably longer than WrestleMania 33. You expect WrestleMania to be long, but this was super, super long, and AEW aren't over enough to be putting on long pay-per-views. That's another review done, so let's do some promotion. So, PMP, Pancakes and Power Slam, every single Tuesday on the Wrestling Rumors page and on YouTube. Dr. Chris Featherstone will talk about a wrestling subject. But before that, we'll interview a wrestler. So PMP, Pancakes and Power Slam, every single Tuesday on YouTube and the Wrestling Rumors page on Facebook. If you like your podcasts, I've not 1 but 2 for you. The first being Domcast. Head over and give it a listen. The second one being, and all of this is in the description below, so get checking that out as well. So the second one being In Time Wrestling Podcast. Make sure you also head over and go and give this one a listen. If you like your E-Fed wrestling, I have not one, not two, but three, and maybe even four for you. The first one being TWF Network. You want to get your coin, let me know. I'm sure the spot's open. That is TWF Network. The second one being ASPW, All Star Pro Wrestling. Again, I'm sure the spot's open, so go and head over. Certainly check out their YouTube channel. Give them a like and a subscribe. They're only at 42, so go and subscribe to them right now. And the third one, last and certainly not least, REW, Ray Dog Extreme Wrestling. It is fun. I'm actually in this E-Fed. I actually did commentary for it, so go back and try and find that commentary and give it a listen and watch the show. Speaking of Billy Ray Dog, Pro Wrestling Tees, Billy Ray Dog, he'll give you a shout out, and the proceeds for this t-shirt go to charity. There is no better cause. If you like your promo based E-Feds, then I have a couple for you here. So first of all, PPA Promo Performance Alliance. And that is their Facebook. So go and head over and check the page out if you want to be a part of it. If not, just give it a massive like and a follow on all of that. And their YouTube, head over to that, give it a like and a subscribe. So go and check out their Facebook and their YouTube. NAW, New Albany Wrestling. This one certainly needs you to go over and smash that like button on Facebook. We've got about 55 likes, not very much, quite a small group. And I am indeed the Intercontinental Champion for it. So who knows, you may get a shot at taking the title from me. I doubt it because nobody can. So there's other people promoting. I'm going to promote myself here quickly. So, Pro Wrestling Tees, Goldman's, get all 5 designs. You know where the place is to get them, and that is Goldman's Pro Wrestling Tees. Add me on Facebook, Ricky JP, and you want to be a part of this. We just crowned a 2-time champion at the Battle of the Nations title. You want to be a part of it? Let me know. Follow me on Twitter, Rick the Rock 30, where you'll see my link tree, Ricky G34. WWA World Wrestling Alliance, give this a like. I go live after pay-per-views and I cover Raw, SmackDown, and AEW. But just at AEW pay-per-views. And last and never least, you like and subscribe right now for shout-outs, just like Andy Armstrong 88 did. Here's 2 final reminders. Sorry, there is 1. So all my social, I'll give you a second or 2 for that. And here is another reminder. So my Protein Tees, my Linktree, my YouTube, my Facebook, WWA, and not forgetting Twitter. So the final review of this month. Coming up will be another movie review. in your house predictions and Hell in a Cell predictions. So then again, movie review, in your house predictions, and Hell in a Cell predictions, all coming this week. So check them all out. But for now, it is Ricky Goldman